I'm sitting here in the boring room. It's just another rainy Sunday afternoon. I'm wasting my time, I got nothing to do. I'm hanging around, I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder, I'm driving around in my car. I'm driving too fast, I'm driving too far. I'd like to change my point of view. I feel so lonely, I'm waiting for you, but nothing ever happens. And I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down. I'm turning around, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. Sing, da 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 dee da 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 dee da da dee dee da. I'm sitting here, I miss the power. I'd like to go out, taking a shower, but there's a heavy cloud inside my head. I feel so tired, put myself into bed. Well, nothing ever happens, and I wonder. Isolation is not good for me. Isolation, I don't want to sit on a lemon tree. I'm stepping around in the desert of joy. Maybe anyhow I'll get another toy, and everything will happen. And you wonder, I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down. I'm turning around, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree. And I wonder how, I wonder why. Yesterday you told me about the blue, blue sky, and all that I can see, and all that I can see, and all that I can see is just a yellow lemon tree.
This is a song about corn nuts, an intensely crunchy snack. It's not about anything else.
Go to your room and lock the door, 'cause when you try it once, you wanna try it some more. Size doesn't matter, and that's a fact. It might be small, but it's a big impact. Bust a nut, bust a nut. Grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut. They're lightly toasted and hard as hell. Enjoy yourself, we won't tell.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Weekly Recruits. And it has been a very chaotic, very chaotic week for Counter-Strike so far. All the good teams are bad, all the bad teams are good. All that and more here on the Weekly Recruit. Bun, Rye, Gil joining us here tonight are our guests, Collin and Scary. Collin, it's been a while.
Yeah, brother, a few seasons.
Yeah, no kidding. I haven't played since then, actually. Not officially, anyway.
How long were you gone? Collin?
Me or Collin?
Oh, sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
I think my last season in Recruit was season 12. 13 and 14, I was in Prospect.
Word.
And then,
Well, welcome
yeah,
back.
we fell off, so.
We are ready.
That's life, though.
and
You know what I mean?
rocking.
Go back up.
I mean, that's the way she goes sometimes, you know, you're just bobbing along in the current. Sometimes, you know, you catch a wave. Sometimes, you know, you catch a whirlpool. It's the way she blows. But moving on to our first segment, unless Bun and Rye have any opening comments they'd like to make.
No.
Scary, any thoughts?
Happy to be here.
That's what I like to hear. All right, so moving on into our first segment. That's enough soundboards for today. Moving on into our first segments. We're just going to go down because a lot of games got played tonight. For those of you, ladies and gentlemen, who are unaware, the Hurricane Helene reschedules did take place. Glad to hear that everybody is safe and okay from Hurricane Helene. Gil played through it last week because he's just fucking built different. But
From Florida, man.
obviously,
I don't give a fuck.
you guys are all not built different, right? Rescheduling the game was the right call for y'all. But Gil, he's like Lamar Jackson, man. He's special, all right? But that's besides the point. First Son, Abyss Walkers beating Nan, or losing to Nan, sorry, 10-13 on Anubis. That's a rough one for them. Greenhouse losing to ATL in overtime on Vertigo, 14-16. Again, not great. Yeah, and then we've got AVI beating HG just narrowly in regulation, 13-11. Deadbeats losing to Upsetty Spaghetti the same way on Anubis again. And then our ancient games are Sav losing to AG, 8-13. ACA losing to Mist, 8-13. And then Olms losing to FRG, or excuse me, DRG losing to FRG, 10-13 on ancient. Some random maps getting thrown in here and there with ACA beating OS, AVI beating ATL on Mirage, DB beating Wet on Nuke, Nan beating what in the Changa Pandas? Who do they belong to?
PA.
The Party Animals. Party Animals. That was their name. Yeah, and then they're going to be beating them 13-10 on Vertigo. Another Anubis game. UPS comes out on top over DRG. Another Vertigo game. Greenhouse beats FRG 13-5, right? And then on Ancient again, the High Rollers they beat Sav 13-7. And then our last two games of the night were HG beating Cal 13-8 on Anubis, and then on Dust 2, obviously we had our fastest game of the night with All Good beating ABW 13-3, and that is actually the largest blowout of the season so far. So a lot went down tonight, right? Like I said, all the good teams are bad, all the bad teams are good. Yeah, any thoughts on any of those games? Collin, we'll start with you. Your game, specifically the Matchday 3-1, talk to us about it. What happened, what went right, what didn't? Top to bottom.
Or we started off the game pretty slow on CT side. I think we left the half. It was about 8-4. They won pistol in the next round, so it was 10-4. And then after that, we kind of just started going off, hitting our shots. Good strats from our IGL Azor and carried it to the rest of the game. Took it to OT and couldn't be stopped in OT. So I guess we just started to mesh a little while. We've been practicing our T side a lot, and it paid off there in the second half and led to a W.
And obviously,
yeah.
over Order of the Samurai, that's no small potatoes, right?
They were good. Their T side, they were fast. They were Ferrari peaking, just rushing everything, and there was really no answer for it. But then, when we were on T side, they just, we kind of learned their defaults. Nothing really changed up too much for the whole entire game, and took advantage of it and just played good together.
Yeah. Azor going 5-1 on first kills, first deaths, IGLing is impressive.
Yeah, we trust him a lot. He's our IGL, but he's also a fragger too. So obviously his stats don't show it really too much, but when we pog in our free time and stuff like that, he's always dropping 15, 20 kills. We trust him to do a lot of the fragging, lurking, and all that kind of good stuff. So
what about what it looked like, to play against OS, because they're a speculative team, we want to they have good players and we want to talk about them. So I know Gil and I are former teammates of Lax. Like, how did he do? Do you think a lot of impact against? Felt it?
Lax, his T side was definitely really good. I think he was top fragging on T side, and then I don't really remember how CT side went down, but yeah, he was definitely. I think he was their top fragger tonight, and he was just holding down wherever he was at, and he played really good.
Yeah.
Tale of Two Halves here to be sure. Is that an 11-3 first half?
It is
not in favor of y'all.
Yeah, we were
What in
down.
the
You guys
world
were
happened?
down 11-3. Holy shit.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, we were down big time and kind of honestly lost hope. And then once we got to like 11-7, we all kind of like perk up a little bit. And then I think it was 11. We won to tie up the game, and all of us were kind of like, "Yeah, good job, guys!" Like not wanting to jinx it. We were just really cautious about it.
Wait, so you broke CT Eco and then won 8.
Yeah, their eco.
That's
I think
insane.
3 of those wins they were on pistol rounds, and they were just rushing a site. So, Poop Banana's favorite thing is for eco kills, so he ate those up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Fresh doesn't have to hit the
Holy.
pen. I just saw.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, he's not in here to tell you to do it either, so
Uh,
you're just
yeah,
doing it of
but
your own free will at this point. But
True.
wow, an 11-3 comeback. That is something. And again, this kind of brings up a couple of questions that, or maybe not a couple of questions, but a couple of things, right? When it comes to OS, after draft night, that team looks stacked as hell, and now they're 0-2-1, right? Like that is alarming if you're not only an OS fan, but just at all, like, banking on them winning it all, right? We thought they were just getting their ring sizes taken at the beginning of the season, and now look at them, right? They have yet to win a game,
yeah.
So that is very alarming. Lance with a 1.08 game, Lax with a 1.03. Not for a lack of trying. Everybody played very, very well. Victor ran the offense like exactly how he always has. And, all things considered, this could potentially, like, the OS era may be over, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I mean,
It's not looking good.
This is a
Yeah.
whole new team.
Yeah.
Like besides pets, the entire team's rebuilt. So like it's OS, like as in the name, but like this is a totally different squad of guys.
But he's a sub.
Yeah, like they definitely have the fucking they have the skill to come back from this. This is their first time playing together in a season as a team. Like it takes time to mesh.
Yeah,
They've been
so-
competitive.
CT side Anubis is really challenging with the eco.
Yeah.
I remember playing last week on Thursday, and we called one of the riskiest rounds, and we were separated by one round. I forget who was leading, but I called a double save to fix our eco, and it worked out. It bought us a couple of rounds, and so I'm wondering if the call in those 8 straight is there was never a call to double eco to build up the CT eco back, and they was just low util buys straight through. Like, yeah, it looks brutal.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding about that. But moving on, Scary. What you guys play tonight?
We played ATL. We played Bun. We played a Mirage, and we got to pick CT side first. We got to pick side, so we picked CT Mirage, and really, like, this isn't a map that we even really went over. So we were just trying to scratch out my name. We were just trying to get positions down on the CT side, and then we'll build from this. And we want to definitely keep it as an option. Deluge CT side had an ace. Dude's cracked. Like, he's so, like, when in the round that he got it, I could see him on the minimap. He was playing towards B cat with me, and I was B anchor. And you could just see, like, the movement, like, playing around mid and killing people in con. Like he's definitely not a stationary player. He knows where to go to get kills, and that's really, really, really sick. But that's not all to say that ATL didn't make it close. It was a 7-5 half, and there were definitely rounds, especially their pistol round, where, like, we needed to perform and we didn't, and they just entered and got free plants. There were close rounds, especially on the RT side. Yeah, really, really satisfying game. It looks closer than the score would suggest, and they're a really strong team. Draco didn't feel like he didn't have impact. He definitely was locking down A, but we made it hard for him. We played fast on A, made it hard for y'all. But yeah, props. Good game.
Good game.
I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Deluge 1.70 rating in this game.
That's average for him.
Out of
That's
all of the
fucking
signed
stupid.
recruits,
Yeah,
he has the
bananas, dude.
highest rating in all of recruit at a 1.54 with 241
Jesus.
MMR. This is where we kind of start getting into, and that's across 3 games, right? This ain't a fluke. This is consistent,
Yeah, that's
right?
the thing.
So he, at the least, is going to be a tier breaker, but I'm expecting a mid-season promotion. I
Wait.
think
Yeah.
that might be on the cards. He's
It's
69 and
really
41
not.
with
That-
20
that isn't
assists.
a thing.
You can be promoted mid-season.
No.
There's no space on AVI prospect.
At least that's my understanding of it. I've seen
There's
people
no
get
space.
promoted to mid
That's
prospect.
100%
That was a
not
long time
thing.
ago, though.
No.
Deluge isn't new to CSC. He's played before. I think he played in Prospect before as well. I don't know if Recruit existed back then, but he's not new to CS, and it definitely shows. He may be a little undervalued by the numbers team, but we're happy to we got him, and he's performing. I mean, obviously, but the way the kind of teammate that he is, really satisfying to play with, especially as an IGL.
I mean, hey, 28
Dude,
and
his
12.
his
Like,
stats are crazy, but like Scary's kind of like
Scary is
is
scary.
in a way more impressive because he's IGLing 185 first kills, 0 first deaths, and 90% cast.
And B anchor CT side.
Wait, Scary, you're calling?
Yeah, so you were rotating. That's for damn sure.
Sarah, you were
What that
IGL?
tells me.
No,
holy-
I feel like I'm having a good start to the season. Like my stats are strong, definitely above average than what I did in combines and last season 13. But it's just being outshadowed by Deluge.
You are currently the
Dude,
5th
fucking-
highest rated player
Am I?
according to Analytical, you are the 5th highest rated player in all of Recruit behind Deluge, Joe, Adeza, and Wakeful.
Wakeful's up there.
So-
Oh.
Wakeful?
Wakeful is up there.
Why didn't
He
he do
dropped
this
a
for us, Gil?
1.5
Where was
tonight
this,
in
Gil?
his game.
I know. Where was this last season?
That's
Fuck.
incredible.
Bun, were you calling
Dude,
tonight?
Good for him.
I was calling
You
Hey,
IGL?
maybe he just maybe the UPS system is just giving him what he needs. Who knows? But
So are you
that's
gonna
beside the point.
Bun, are you gonna IGL the rest of the season, or are you just gonna?
Yes, I've been
Just-
IGLing this entire season already.
I thought you said last week you weren't gonna do it.
I didn't want to.
You didn't want to, but you are.
I am.
You could always,
Somebody's gotta
it would
do
be
it.
really funny if you just requested a trade. That would be hilarious. That would be the funniest shit ever, and you know it. Come on. Come on, Bun. I know you're getting a lot of kills, but you're not making the playoffs. Come on.
No, we'll probably make playoffs. We'll make playoffs. Listen to my keyword there. We will make playoffs.
I mean,
That's right.
I'm not a believer. I love ATL. Don't get me wrong. As an organization, I played there, right? But man, that is. It is not looking good. I'll be honest. It is not looking good so far. But if nobody else has anything, Bun, thoughts?
Good game.
Good game. All right.
Good game, Bun.
Moving on. Gillionayre. Talk to me.
Beats.
Dead beats.
Yep.
2-1. Looking decent. Roster still has kind of a couple question marks around it. What happened in tonight's game?
We popped off, dude. We got the pick side, started CT on Nuke, which is big. Because that's in my opinion, I think widely regarded as like the most lopsided map. So that was good to start there. Yeah, bans just went our way. But during our CT side, like everything, we just locked everything down. Like A was a fortress, and our rotates were fast enough. Like our first like competitive game as Nuke as a team was feels promising. Just fucking everybody did their job. Everybody showed up.
Was
Yeah.
how did the bands go? Did you float Nuke intentionally or like target it at the beginning of the bands?
I don't want to give away all of our strategies to how we're looking towards banning, but we banned Ancient first, I will say, which I think
Interesting.
probably threw them off. I'm hoping.
Wait, Bun, you banned Ancient first. Oh no, you banned it. You banned
So
it.
they
before.
played it the first 2 matches too, I think.
Don't give
I'm
my
not
bands
mistaken.
away.
Yeah, there have been a lot of Nuke games so far.
Yeah, dude. No, the map is sick.
I disagree.
If you know how to play it and you can and you're willing to rotate quickly enough, I think I don't think it's impossible to play. And it's also
definitely
somewhere where you
isn't,
can put a
no.
bunch of it's somewhere where you could play against people and make them feel uncomfortable.
Well, I'm writing this down. You said you rotate quickly.
Yeah, you know this, bro. We've talked about this. We were on a team together. The
That's
hell?
pretty funny.
Who's
Yeah.
calling for you guys again?
Dr. Fury.
How's that going?
Good. I like, he's very chill. Just fucking, doesn't get too up, doesn't get too down, which is kind of what I want in an IGL. You know,
He put up solid
just
numbers. It
fucking
looks like.
stays calm. Yeah, he does. He went like he's fourth on the scoreboard, but like at 18 and 14.
Hands on, hands off. Like, what's the
Yeah.
style?
Uh, fairly, in the beginning of the round, hands out, hands on. We always have like a plan, but then like mid rounding, ever like we all give input, and he works around it. Just
Fair enough.
solid, confident, especially on CT side, like getting us like set up and how we like to play. I have full confidence. It's been working out well, I think, so far.
Fair
And
enough. What
I don't know.
was
I think
what
I
was
think we have
Wet
a good
doing?
shot.
What was Wet doing that was putting them in such a disadvantageous position compared to you guys? Because you guys won 5 diffuses in the first half, right? And y'all had 8
Yeah.
rounds wins total. So kind of talk to me a little bit about that. What were they doing wrong in the post plant situation to kind of cause that to happen?
I think the big like we by the time they got plant, they would usually be down in numbers or at the very least. And then we just let them plant.
Yeah, just too hot on their
They
tails. They can get
coordinate
those
together
plant
and then just
spots.
exactly suffocate them before they have time. Yeah, and it just worked out. We kept
Did they
getting
go B
lucky.
more or A more?
They went outside and ramp a lot.
Okay.
I felt like, but the few times that they tried to go A, we did besides one round, I think, like one of the early rounds, like we held it together. So, shout out my
Cool.
boy Dr. Fury.
Nice win.
Shout out Dr. Fury.
Yeah, and then we won the last round on a Glock round.
No way.
Yeah, they were putting an op on ramp, so we just rushed them with 5 Glocks and got down.
Dr. Fury might be leading the IGLs this season so far. He's got a 1.0. He's got a 1.02
Scary.
rating. Yeah, Scary's pretty high actually. Never mind. Scary's leading
Hello.
the IGLs. But
Sorry.
Dr. Fury's having a pretty good season, at least from a caller perspective. He had a 0.97 on the first night, 1.04 on MD2, and then tonight 1.03 in that game. Very, very solid game. 52, 10, 45, headshot percentage 37%,
Low.
ADR of 71. Like for an
Average.
IGL, this is
No, that's-
fantastic numbers. Like
Eh.
I guess he's very solid, like you said, Gil. We were talking about this before we went live. I did not really believe in deadbeats. There's still kind of a couple of question marks around that roster for me personally, but I mean, you guys have proven everybody wrong. 2-1, and well on your way to being at the top of the league.
A strong 2-1.
Yeah, like I still don't understand like how like the ATL roster we had last season beat these guys 13.
13-0. This is not the
0.
DP I know.
It doesn't make any sense, dude. Like whenever I first got drafted, I was like, oh shit, like kind of fucked on these guys last season. But then like as soon as like the first game I played with them, it was like we had fucking zero business doing that in the first place, and these guys are fucking strong.
I think that was momentum. That 13-0 was all momentum. We ruined their mental.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
mean, all I know is that revenge game's gonna go crazy for all three of y'all, but that's besides the point. Moving on, unless anybody else has anything they would like to add. No? All right. And obviously we already kind of talked about Bun's game, thanks to Scary. Rye has some comments about the 13-3, I believe.
Yeah. So all good started T-side. They were taking long on Dust too, like Hurricane Helena takes a coastline. And we had the anemic response of an underfunded FEMA. We couldn't handle that.
We have
So
nothing
topical.
to fear but FEMA itself.
So would you say they were a
Oh my
hurricane?
goodness. Oh my God, you
Ooh.
have no idea.
Here
Watching
I
it from the bird's
am.
eye view in the booth, that game was
Rocking
a
like a
bloodbath
hurricane.
beatdown. That was, oh my God. Out had an absolute monster of a game. Single digit
Yeah.
deaths, 20 plus kills. Like
Out to
Brokey
10
did what
shots.
Brokey does best. I mean, he had 12 assists. Like that, like not much else can be said other than AFBW got the shit knocked out of him.
It's a lot of flashes for 16 rounds.
And
Well,
this
we
is
were
kind
just
of
speeding them along.
Flash around.
They were just lobbying over long, and we
Yeah.
weren't anti-flash, evidently.
There's always that one spot on every Counter-Strike map that, like, if you don't have control of it, like, whichever side gets control of it, they're pretty likely to win the round. For Mirage and Ancient, it's mid. For Dust 2, it's long. For Nuke, it's outside, right? Like, there's always that one spot. For Inferno, it's banana. And you could just go on and on and on with all of the other maps. Like Vertigo, it's ramp, right? Like, there's that one spot that you have to maintain control of if you want to win the round, or at least maintain some level of threat on. And this game is a perfect example. All Good didn't necessarily do anything else on the other side of the map besides some occasional action in mid. They literally just kept taking long all night long. And then by the
So
time that they got over to the CT side, it was just the momentum was already in their favor. Like, it was pretty much a done deal.
So Rye, question for you. What
Yeah.
was it that you were, or what spot were you playing, or what were you doing differently that your teammates, that you're gonna impart on your teammates? Like, what were you doing differently that you were able to get 16 and everyone else is like single digits?
So I mostly had B spawns. Any kills that I got were non-impactful,
Mm.
crash time kills. The numbers there don't reflect anything significant. Uh, as a takeaway, we have things to work on our CT side on Dust 2 to keep it in our pool.
Yeah.
One thing that I would recommend, especially at this level, and this is just kind of goes out to everybody, right? Not necessarily just ABW. I think playing off spawns might be a little bit of a mistake. I think that might be where some of the trouble starts, because you could definitely tell that guys who were swapping sites every other
Yeah.
round didn't really look comfortable in a lot of the spots that they were in. They didn't
Yeah,
know a whole lot
it's
of
the
the angles.
hardest.
Like,
It's the hardest CT side map because you need 5 players to know how to play 5 spots on the map. In case they get
yeah,
that spawn right.
it is very
Yep.
difficult.
We
But
did not.
Maybe.
in all things considered, like, for a 13-3 game, could have been worse, you know? Could have been worse. 10 flash assists for PK Freeze, you know? Not bad on his part, but again, there's not really a whole lot to talk about with these games. It's just kind of sad.
Cool.
So yeah, on that note, if nobody else has anything to add, we are going to get into everybody's favorite and least favorite segment. You said something, Gil?
Wait, hold on. Alk had 100% cast.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Holy
Let's talk about the
fuck.
other games.
Alright, that's all
We
I have to
have
say.
Mhm.
3 games still to talk about. 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
I think those were the only games that we're really going in depth about. I think because there's so many and we can't tell which one is which. Like,
I mean, we can
we're
go.
just
We
gonna go
can.
ahead and
We can finish tonight.
We can finish
Games.
tonight.
Like
which ones are tonight's games though?
everyone played
Stack,
tonight.
Nate Stack, and or Nan and what is it?
Nan
Argo?
NPA, BPS and DRG, Frog and Green, High Rollers and Sav, and then Headhunters Guild and Cow.
We got
Okay.
4.
We'll look at those. We'll look at those real quick.
Trying
Ooh.
to skim through these.
Again, difficult to look at this if you're an FRG fan, but let's go ahead and try and break this down. Akel Joe doing what he
Akel
does
Joe popped
best,
off.
right? He's freaking 20-9, right? That's incredible performance out of him. 118 ADR, 89 cast, 3-0 on first kill for death, 241 utility damage. Don't sneeze at that either. Orc Troopa had a pretty good game. Nurse had a pretty good game. Triple Man went positive. Like, I mean, FRG
I think
just Sheikah. Gabe has Bongo. Like, I mean, Sheikah was the one bright spot. Like, just looking at it from a scoreboard perspective, like, whew.
Yeah,
I think Nurse was a very good pickup
Yeah,
in the
big fan
draft.
of him.
Nurse is good.
I enjoyed my combines
Yeah.
with him.
I think
Yeah,
this was the tale of two
Big
sides.
like good support.
Fraud couldn't pull anything out and had an 8-4 half on their T side.
Yeah,
and
I don't know what to make of Frog now because
Green
we
was fine.
13-3 Greenhouse and then they 13-5 Frog. So is Frog that much How low are they? How bad is it?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about this earlier before the stream started, but like, and it's kind of like I said earlier, all the good teams are bad, all the bad teams are good. I think that, and this is my bold prediction for the season, I think we're going to see all of the Titans of the tier miss playoffs. I think we're going to see a lot of them not perform up to expectations. I think the FRG, SAV, UPS, OS. I think all of those eras are officially over. I think this is the turning point in tier history where a lot of these newer teams are starting to come up and they're starting to build their reputations and get their lifers, right? Those players that stay there forever. And I think it's starting to work out for them, and I think this is kind of where we see it all come together. It's going to be difficult to say about AVI and ABW. I think those are still big question marks that have to be answered. And I think if OS can get their stuff together, they're looking pretty decent as well. But I mean, the SAV FRG era might be over, and that is a serious. That is seriously what a timeline, right? Like,
No, it's good. It means we have a lot of new players joining each season. It's not stagnating, and it creates exciting matches.
And last season,
absolutely.
there was a lot of parity across teams. Like, there weren't teams that were running away with it. I think we're starting to see a little more spread in the skill level and
Yeah.
over this
Like
season.
look at ABW's climb last season to win the chip. Go down 0-3 and or 1-2 and then 7 straight.
Speaking of
it's
sad,
stacking up to be a banger of a season, that's for sure.
All good starting out as a new franchise 3-0 is pretty.
Yeah.
I didn't
Really
have
nice.
that happening.
I didn't either.
I don't think anybody had that happening, especially because
Yeah.
look at the names
for
on that
them.
roster,
Or
right?
because of
when
what
we talk
happened to
about-
ACA last season.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. That's
and
all I
nobody
have to go
expected
off
them to
of.
do well.
Last season was
Like-
my first one.
Yeah,
all
but
they really
season
had
13
in-
ABW was like the new franchise, and we were 10-1 regular season.
I think
it
that
happens, but it's rare.
That's cool.
I think that it's another thing to bring up why another reason why you maybe would not have picked in their favor is because like only 2 of their guys have ever really played before, as far as I'm concerned, right? Or as far as I know. Lociel, obviously being a long-standing opper since season 11, he's done really, really well. Very consistent across all the teams he's been on. Salt Brokey coming back from a long break, he may not. We didn't know if he was going to be up to his old form or not. We know he is now, obviously, but at the start of the season, we didn't know how well he was going to do. And then Custer, Elixir 66, and Alk, like we had no idea what those dudes were going to do or how they were going to play. Like, so all good has definitely come out of the gate swinging. We'll see if they can keep up that form for the rest of the season, though.
Yeah. But anyways,
Next game?
speaking of Sav, we have Sav versus Jokers.
Oh, do my
I
eyes
don't-
deceive me? Is that
the
Dirt
high
McGirt in the
rollers.
middle of the scoreboard?
That is Dirt McGirt in the
Yes, it
middle of the
is.
scoreboard. Usually he's on the bottom, but this time he's in the middle.
Or the top? He's either top fragging a 1.57 we saw last week,
ODB is
or
everywhere.
he's I never see him in the middle. Same with my combines.
He's still pretty high in the ratings, though.
No, 1.14 is not a
Yeah,
sneeze.
no, not at all.
No,
It's like
Jared's correct. We know that. But Firehawk. 21
Yeah.
and 15, 116
She did it again.
ADR, 90% cast.
She did this MD1 too. On Ancient too, I think.
Everyone's liking Ancient this season.
Yeah, dude, that's
She's another one of
that's the
those.
biggest takeaway I had from last season. Everybody fucking plays Ancient and Anubis all the goddamn.
Well, like my season 13, everyone played Anubis for like 5 match days straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then nobody ever played Anubis again.
No
It
love
was
for
like
Dust
Matchday
2.
1 was like 6 Ancients or something like that, right?
6 or 7 or 8 or 10 or 20.
Ancient's just a
Some
good map.
variety.
Can't blame him.
Dude, fuck.
I would rather have Cash.
I hate the color.
You'd rather have
I
cash
think
than
you would
Ancient?
I
have
would rather have
but
Cash than Ancient.
Cash is
Cash-
not a
Cash is
competitively
coming.
integral map.
It's coming.
Burn
Nine
Mirage.
more
and
months we get cash.
Burn back
Yeah,
train.
dude, Cash is just a week away, and then it is never gonna come out. Like,
One more
stop
week.
Come out, dude.
fucking
Don't say
talking
that.
about it.
It's going to come out
8
yesterday.
unanswered rounds in favor of high rollers. Talk about a win streak. My
Again.
goodness. Yeah, long
Thanks for bringing
unanswered
us back on
streaks.
track.
Whew,
Yeah.
My goodness. I
I'm-
mean,
Cash
not
Money,
really much else to
Trojan,
say.
Kixbull. These are Sav those are strong players. But that's not a close scoreline. That's
UK Cats being gone, I think, is spelling out. I think the writing on the wall is pretty obvious for this team. They're 0-3 at this point in the season, and they've got no returning players, right?
But I don't think they. I think they win coming up here. I don't think they go winless for much longer.
No. I'm not saying that at all. But I mean, it's not looking good for them. Like they're gonna
No, of course.
really need
0
some
3, yeah.
serious help to turn this around. So unfortunate for them, and it does suck for Sav fans. I know Dirt Slippery's probably crying himself to sleep. over
Leadbone's
that one.
crying, yeah.
Yeah, Leadbone is not happy at all. And when Leadbone's not happy, people lose their jobs. It's not a pretty sight, right? So, but all things considered, High Rollers, another one of our new franchises. I mean,
There you
Good for
go.
them. I think that's the first
I mean,
up, too.
can't really complain. Like, I mean, what a start to the season they've had.
These
You know,
casts are
one-
really
they're-
high
they're
for how many
1-1.
rounds were played.
Good
Yeah.
for them. All right. Well, I think we go next.
Cool.
I think we go next as well.
Speaking of UK cats,
Cash money.
Speaking of UK Cats, permanent free agent playing for the arch rival, Nan, who, by the way, is off to a 3-0 start after this game against Party Animals.
let's
Yeah,
go
just take
Nan.
a
Let's
look at
go
that.
Nan. Going in for their second recruit chip.
Wait, they beat PA? What?
Yeah, they did. They did beat Party Animals. UK
Wow.
Cats dropping an absolute steamer on them, 20-12, 95 ADR. 2-2 on first kills, first deaths. Clevie Wonder had a hell of a game. Jazzy Jess has really started to develop into a serious threat. Fresh pulled his weight. I mean, so did Sable. Like, it's kind of like, it was a close game. Very, very close game. But you can kind of tell, especially with the statistics from the first two games
I
as
think-
well.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That-
PA rate, like MMR wise, is very stacked.
Believe
I
that
don't
looking at it.
know, if I'm being honest. I don't have the sheet. I don't have that pulled up.
I think QSay's
But I
tier
do
max.
know
Saber's up
that
there.
when Nan took DJ Jazzy Jess a couple of seasons ago, I don't know how they viewed
Fair
it, but I'm
Furnace
pretty
is they
sure
have
we were
one
all
leftover point.
pretty prepared to
They're at
say, like,
1209.
yeah, this is a long-term investment for them, right? This is a player we're going to invest in, we're going to develop, and they are going to become a serious threat in the future. And that's exactly what has happened, right? Organizations fail players way more often than players fail organizations, period. Right? And Jazzy Jess is a perfect example of that. Nan did not fail Jazzy Jess, and so Jazzy Jess is not failing Nan. 1.14, 18-22, solid game from her, and I think that is a proof of concept for developing your players. Stick with your guys, get them together, and keep them together. So, Nan off to a 3-0 start, looking pretty good this season.
For real?
Yeah, they've
I
got
think
gamers coming back.
I think PA bounced back hard. I'd hate to be their next opponent. Oh god, is it us? Let me check.
Is it us? He says.
So
Their
that'd be nice to
next
have that
opponent will
impact of
be
UK
All
Cats.
Good, so they are gonna clash with the currently undefeated All Good. It's gonna be a hell of a
Ooh,
game.
that'll be a banger.
That's a banger. Stream
I
game
want
for
to.
sure.
I want to get that one streamed. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I look forward to that.
I like that we have
Yeah,
map
just-
band data now.
Dude, I love that it parses so fast now.
Yeah.
So this map is probably a fucking ass clencher to play. Now that I'm really looking at it. Vertigo game because they're so back and forth.
Someone told me to talk about the Big Slime Sav game. If you're talking about the Prospect game, I think you're in the wrong place, buddy. I don't think this is the right place for where you need to be at.
It's it's caboose.
Big
Because
Slime
I casted
Sav?
that one before the recruit game, and I don't it's prospecting, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. There's no big slime down
Yeah, this
here.
isn't the
Yeah,
weekly
there-
prospect.
So here's
small slime
here's
only.
the big slime versus the Sav game.
Yeah, no. If you
All
are
right, cool.
interested, though, Big Slime did win.
Ruby Rax, X Recruit, Covey X Recruit.
Yeah, bring him back down.
Yeah, we need him. We need him back.
Oh, but they
Ruby
won
had a
tonight.
heck of a game. Covey had an absolute steamer of a game,
Oh,
including
Notorious.
several clutch kills when his team needed it most.
Funny story.
Let's get this disgusting prospect shit off the screen,
Yeah,
please.
get this fucking
Thank you.
Recruit
Get
team
this
for
fucking
Big Slime
garbage
win,
out of my
please.
goddamn face, please and thank you.
Dude, I think they're so
Oh
good,
my
dude.
gosh.
Recruit
They
is
think
where the
they're
real
so much
gamers are.
fucking better than dude. They think they're so much fucking better than
Wakeful.
us.
Oh my god.
I
Dude,
know.
Wait,
I
Wait till
told
you see
you
this. Wait till you see
that
this.
kid
Fuck
is something
bananas.
special. Everybody always calls me crazy when I say he is a top 3 opper in the league,
Dude,
and then he goes
outright
and
the
does
number
shit
2
like
draft
this.
pick by
Yeah.
a mile. I mean,
After
still,
playing
still
with them
good.
last season, I would say you're crazy on that, Crash. But I have been proven wrong time and time again. So
He
No,
has
I
been
and I'm
at
happy.
this
And I'm
since
happy
like
to be proven wrong
season
by him.
11. He's
No,
got the
I-
experience. He's got the playoff
Yeah.
experience. Like he is a top 3 opper in the league. Period. Him, Lociel, Sapphire's not in the tier anymore, so that third spot's still up for grabs. But
Hey, choose your words here wisely, buddy. I'm sitting right here.
I know.
having
Damn.
I
having
said
been
that
his
third spot's
IGL
still up for
for
I'm
grabs.
joking. I'm joking.
having been his IGL for
Collin
2
J top
seasons,
3.
Wakeful is
No, I'm not.
a very smart player. He goes off on his own and has his own idea about how the rest of the round would play out, especially post plans where he's especially dangerous. And I didn't like that because that meant he ignored calls. But I can see how if you let him play his game, it can return valuables. Maybe I utilized him wrong and I was a bad style IGL for him. And so now that he's got a new IGL, Mickwick, maybe he's being utilized to his fullest potential and he's putting these numbers. Happy for him.
Hey,
Yeah, dude.
happy for him. We'll see if
Good
it
for him.
continues, right? DRG on the other side of the field have lost all identity and like memory. Like I Marks, yeah, but he's like the only one, and he doesn't really show up in here very often, so he doesn't, not doing the community service hours, I guess, if you want to call it that.
I don't know the
But
others though.
like, yeah, like a lot of these guys are just very new, very fresh, very strange. I don't know. And it's like DRG, like they need to get something going because nobody even knows who they are right now, right? Or even that they exist. So,
I think you're being very harsh. I'll just say it. They're
I
off to a slow
mean,
start, but like, what games have they? What was the score of the first game that they lost? Did they play their second one yet?
it says they have. It says they're 1-2, but
Were they
there's
one
no
of the
scoreboard
rematches?
available for it. I believe so.
Hold on, let me scroll up.
'Cause
Yeah, I
that's
guess they're
brutal.
one
The
of the
teams who played
rematches.
rematches tonight, oh, that's got to be such a grind.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think they're doomed by any stretch of the term.
I didn't say they were doomed. I'm just saying like they've lost all kind of identity. Like they're 1-2, but I forgot they were in the tier. Like that's how I don't know.
Oh man.
There was an error retrieving the scoreboard, so we can't look at the previous games, but no, it is what it is.
Oh no, they
Like
played FRG.
I'm
Yeah,
interested
they
to see how
lost
the
to
rest of
them.
the season goes for them, and I do hope they do well.
Yeah,
I
100%.
believe Ethan is still actually in that franchise, if I'm not mistaken. He's an AGM for it, but I don't know off the top of my head. So we'll have to see what happens. But I believe that's all of the games.
No, we
No,
still
there's
got one more.
We got Cal.
We have Koo.
What do you beef? Versus the Headhunters Guild.
I'm just gonna say it. I think both of these new logos are awful. It's like
apparently this is crazy hot take, but I really like the cow one.
Damn, that's crazy.
I like the colors.
that if they made the if they made it like brown and white, like the colors of the old logo, it would have been fine. Whatever. What I really like about it is that if you hover over the little Discord like server icon with your mouse, the horns like extend. It looks fucking cool as fuck. But that's like
That is
it.
cool.
The new Headhunters Guild logo, I get it's a blast from the past. I get it's like a throwback. There's a reason it's in the past.
What, is the
Let it
logo
stay
tier
there.
list tonight or something? Did I miss it?
No, I
No, I
just
think that was
wanted to
a
get that
preseason
off.
thing.
I just wanted to get that off my
Yeah.
chest.
You were holding that in.
He's been holding that
hate
in for
both
a
of these
while, and
new
it was time.
logos. I hate both of these new logos. All right.
All right, but
On to the
anyways,
shit that actually matters, the game.
yeah, they're more than just logos. They're a team of 5 gamers. Let's talk about them. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about these gamers, Hoobies, is that? I'm trying to read that. It says Hoobies. Hoobies had a
Hoobies.
really good game.
Yeah, for
It was
sure.
on Anubis. Another Anubis game, right? We're seeing a lot of Anubis games so far this season. Next Muffin and Kiddo both dropping 20 plus to absolutely no one's surprise. A familiar face from long ago, Budweiser Cranker has returned from his Smite retreat, and he has gone 16 and 17, right? So for those who don't know, Budweiser Cranker was a really, really good entry fragger back in the day. Well, I say back in the day, like this was super long ago. It was like season 11, season 12 for ATL. Helped us get the organization's first playoff win in a while.
He was the #1 player in recruit back in season 12.
Yep, he was the #1 recruit player, and all the stats just died on the website. Okay, there we go. But yes, Budweiser
Got
Cranker.
one of the best names in the league too.
That's what I'm saying, man. And then he quit to go play competitive.
How do you come up with that?
He
What is a
quit to go
cranker?
play competitive Smite because I don't know. I guess Smite is just cool or something. But he's come back for whatever reason, and we're all happy for it because 1.08, 16, 17, 9 assists, 4 and 3, first kill, first death, not bad for an entry, and then a 1.10 impact, not bad at all.
We played these guys on Anubis Matchday 2, and it was a grind. It was a 13-11, and that was hard. Kiddo on the op, and then Nex and Budweiser, like they had those, like Teddy S with the Tech 9 is insane. Like these are all really strong players. They have like a style on their T side that they lurk. They leave one lurk. So you really just have to keep an eye out if you're the B anchor and they go A. To how you time your exit from B to go rotate, because you will get picked off. Like it's annoying to play against them.
Yeah, but I think
On the
they're a team to
cow.
worry about.
Definitely.
On the cow sideline, Revamp 16 and 17, Hoobies 18 and 15, Gorbino, I think that's how you say that, 15 and 18, Smokey 4 and 18. Not really a whole lot to say. Couldn't get anything going on the CT side, and they only were able to.
I like
4 on the
Rexamp.
CT side.
Looking at 1 and 5 on first kills, first deaths. If any of those go his way, maybe it's a closer game.
He does have the spirit. I like it. Kid's got fire in him. We'll see how it works out over the course of the season. But
Go next.
yeah, that's not really much to go about that. I think that's all of them. So everybody's most favorite and least favorite segment. No, we're not doing that yet. Is this predictions or power rankings? Because in OBS
Power
it's styled
rankings.
predictions.
It's power
Is
rankings.
this power ranking? Okay, we're doing power
it's
rankings
just
next.
power
Because whoever
Well,
designed this
what's
shit is a
what's
fucking
predictions?
idiot.
Yeah, fun. Fucking dumb.
He's like, I can't fit all
not
on
bad.
one screen.
Hey, if you think you can do it, be my guest.
All right, I think we're all
wouldn't
in
break out the
agreement that
paint?
Big Slime stays in the shit tier, right? That's kind of like the general
Perpetually, yeah.
agreement.
He's breaking out the
Yeah,
paint. Let's
perpetually.
go.
Oh,
We got
no,
another paint
not
stream.
what you ladies and gentlemen cannot see is that Bun has gone into Microsoft Paint and drawn a penis. Oh my goodness.
No, dude, that's a banana with wheels, bro.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what you're talking
Shut
about.
your fucking mouth. That was a cock and
Why are the balls
That was-
disconnected
that
from
was
the
a
main?
that was a nice pair of cock and taters right there, Gil. You
As an
shut your fucking
admin, I was
mouth.
going to take
He
action
had
on
his-
that, but it's on the screen. I can't.
It was not on the stream.
I'd rather
Oh,
stream that than
man.
this power rankings tier list.
Yeah.
All
Also, hold on. There's something I wanted to say. Like, I really wanted to really go into detail. The first time we did power rankings, like, this is 6 people making educated guesses, and we don't actually know what the fuck we're talking about at the end of the day. We're
I
gonna
do.
get it wrong.
I
Speak for
do.
yourself.
So, like,
I'm
you
just
know,
a talking head.
Am I the
if you
contrarian
think that
again?
we rate your team wrong or too low or too high, our bad. Shit
Dude,
happens. but
that
it's
was
gonna
so
be wrong.
close, dude. I watched it back. We almost put DRG above AVI last week or 2 weeks ago, I guess. That was close.
Holy fuck.
I believe we
All
did.
right, so we're putting
Tried to.
DRG in C, right? That's
I
what's
mean-
happening here. I feel like it's kind of necessary.
It's
Put him in
C?
Stick him in C. Yes, stick him in C.
Hold on.
Keep Greenhouse and
We can talk about this.
FRG there.
Am I tripping or do I just
yeah,
not see
maybe.
ACA anywhere?
Yeah.
I think that's by design.
I'm fine with C.
Yeah, Bun, if you want to add like an ACA picture, that'd be lovely.
It should be here.
It's not. I don't know what to tell you or what you want, but like That do be the way. she
There it
goes.
is.
Yeah, S
There you
tier.
go.
Yeah.
I've been here the whole time.
Let's talk about it.
Honestly,
Let's go see you next.
taking a look at the season ACA has had, I think they're running a pretty strong A tier.
Are they 2-1?
Yeah.
They are
they're
2-1 currently. They are 2-1 currently with an average ADR of 79, average rating of 1.02, average util damage
that's
of
really good.
124.3. Right. The
That
whole
rating
team has
average is
9
really
enemies
good.
flashed across 3 games, so y'all do have to work on that. But other than that, solid, right? Like solid. So I think A tier is fair for ACA, which is phenomenal after the season they had last season. Like,
But it was almost a full rebuild, right?
Yeah.
How many keepers?
1.
2, because
Just one.
Deity, and Chasing Turtles were both there last season.
Oh yeah, Deity joined towards the end of last season.
Yes, he did.
That's
So
right.
Deity and
Yeah.
so they cut 3, replaced them all, got the old Hellfire teammates back together, and stacked on one of the best players in the entire tier, Poop Banana, who's been pooping on bananas ever since he was born. Massive player. Right?
1.46
I think we
Yeah,
gotta
those were
put.
his,
That's what I'm
those were his
saying,
first
bro.
words.
I think
That
we
is-
gotta put
Uh-huh.
AG and
Banana.
Nan and S. Because they're the only teams that are 3-0.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the nature of them being
That's
undefeated
yeah,
and the teams
It's a
that they've
lot.
played
This
is
goes
pretty...
a lot smoother with more match days played, right?
Yeah.
I think all good and Nan
And
stay
it's
in
more
S.
data driven rather than just complete bullshit.
I think ABW moves down to C tier. I hate to do this to you, Rye, but I would like to propose that.
Oh, we're winless through 3. I was gonna put us in D tier, but I'll take it.
I only say that because you guys had a sub tonight. OS, I think, goes in D.
I disagree.
I
I'll be
disagree.
real.
I
Sorry.
disagree.
I
I
don't
think they should go in
I don't.
B.
You think B?
I think B.
OS is a solid team.
Who,
They're
OS?
an A tier team to me.
I mean,
OS?
I mean,
Let's
tonight
get-
after
can-
tonight, they gotta show
Alright.
it.
100%.
All right, if we're putting a list together, can we, in good faith, put them like higher than C, going 0-2 and 1?
actually, yes, we can. I think they're better than all the teams that are in C tier. I will agree
Yeah.
with B tier. I think B tier is a fair.
Do we
fair
have
place to
C
put it.
fleshed out yet?
We don't have C flushed out yet. We have 2 teams.
Let's take a look at some of the other ones. We'll take a look at Cow and Wet really quick. Wet is 2-1, with their only
Cool.
loss coming against Dead Beats.
What's
And
fucking
then
good?
they beat ACA
Yeah. Adeza, or
They-
however you pronounce it.
and
fucking
they
good.
beat
Adeza,
Party
yeah.
Animals.
Adeza is fucking good.
Those are not bad teams.
Yeah, those are not bad teams at all. So I think Wet has earned themselves an A tier, wouldn't you say?
What?
What?
Yeah.
I think Wet has earned themselves A tier.
No.
Are they the
Yes.
strongest 2-1
Yes.
team?
I mean, besides possibly, let me take a
Uh.
look at some of the other ones. I'm gonna take a look at.
I mean, we have to get comfortable with putting teams who are 2-1 in A, right? If 3-0 is reserved for S, like
Yeah.
I mean,
let's just look at all the 2-1 teams.
It's not about record. It's
No, but-
about
Well,
it's
the
about
games
the
to play,
way
the
they
the
win
matchup.
and who they beat.
Yeah, who they beat. Yeah.
As
I
someone who's
think
played against.
I think Wet and ACA are both A tier teams. I like what they're cooking.
yeah.
I
they're
like what they're
similar
cooking.
to me.
We've played Wet, and they like once they just start getting rounds, that you can't stop them. There's just no shot.
Mhm.
It's ridiculous.
And I think let's take a look at Deadbeats. Let's go balls deep on Deadbeats real
Let's
quick.
take a look at Deadbeats, dude.
Let's go.
I'll
balls
answer all
deep.
of your questions.
I'm looking.
Mm.
Where would you put yourself, Gil?
I would probably. I think A. I think we could be there.
Okay.
Now hang
But
on.
I'm down
They
for
did
shit
beat
tier.
Wet tonight. They
Oh,
beat
the,
Wet.
we beat-
mm.
I'll be honest. The game did not feel close.
They also only lost to UPS by 2 rounds.
Yeah, it was.
However, they also only
was
beat
11-13.
FRG by 2 rounds, who got embarrassed by Greenhouse tonight. Was it Greenhouse?
Yeah.
Greenhouse 13-5. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Yes. So
They played good against us, man.
let's take a look. Really,
Yeah, make it bigger, Bun.
I am really struggling on this one. Deadbeats is a big question mark. Not a big question mark, a smaller question mark. A lot of the.
You want to flush out the rest of the? You want to come back to him?
Well, dude, Joe's
I
like one
think
of the
we
best
come back.
fucking teams. One of the best players. You got me.
Yeah,
You don't
every
believe in your
team
boy
has
anymore,
their
dude?
guy,
It hurts.
right? ACA has.
I don't
Poop,
recognize you with
AVI
the numbers
has
you're putting up, though.
Deluge, like
Guys. What do you mean? I'm
I
like
don't
right around
recognize
where I
you.
was last season.
Are you? I thought you're like. Are you like 1.1 right now?
I'm 1.0.
Yeah, you were point. You were 0.9.
UPS has beaten Academics and they've beaten DRG. I think. All right. Here's my take on it. I think UPS and B, Deadbeats and B. That's what I think.
Who goes A? That's a fine start. Let's put him there now, and then that shapes our next conversation.
I think Mist goes, or not Mist. Sorry, Wet goes in A tier.
You said UPS and DB?
Wait, DB beat Wet tonight, right?
Yeah,
No,
we
that's
just
why,
we kind of smacked them.
Yeah, a little more than smacked. It wasn't close.
Can we do half and half? We put like them
we could-
halfway between the tiers.
Mm.
Because I think if
No,
you
this looks
catch
fine.
Wet,
This looks fine to me. We're rating A too highly. This is
fair,
fine to me.
fair. I'll concede.
We have
Let's
C and
do
D to
something
do.
a little bit. Let's do something a little bit easier. Party Animals, Sav, and FRG all go D. I think.
Are they 0-3?
FRG I think is 1-1 game. Party Animals is currently winless, and FRG has only beaten DRG. And that was the first game of the season, I believe.
Are we putting people in the poop tier this week or not?
No. Poop tier is just for D.
Hey,
For BS.
we're putting Big Slime in the poop tier.
Yeah,
I agree.
Big
Their
Slime-
recruit
Big Slime
tier
is
is
in the poop tier
shit.
this week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their recruit tier is awful.
Non-existent.
Dude, it's like
Absent.
they don't even show up to play, dude.
They're absent from the server.
is kind of a big question mark for me as well.
What, ATL is?
I don't have a whole lot of.
They had a
I'm
good
not
showing
convinced.
tonight. I will glaze them tonight if it gets them
Yeah.
a proper ranking.
They
That
are
was-
glaze worthy.
I
I have a soft spot for first time IGLs.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced.
I'm not either.
That's why they have my boy Draco.
I don't think they're as bad as the D tier teams. I think C. I think C is fair to them.
They made us work for it.
That's fine, but they still didn't win. And they've only beaten.
But it wasn't like a 13-5
They got
or a
blown out by
13-3.
DRG, dude. Come on.
Okay, well, DRG is a C tier rated team now, so they were S tier last season.
Yeah. And then losing.
I'm fine putting ATL C.
We won against Green though.
Yeah.
You did beat Greenhouse. That's true.
And they won tonight, right?
Let's take a look at Greenhouse. Let's take a quick
Green
look.
gas gases.
Greenhouse B, ATL C.
Maybe.
I'm not 13-3 against AVI. I think they're both C tier. I think they're both C tier for now. I think it's still too early to kind of tell with these guys. I think Greenhouse C, I think ATL C.
Fine with that.
Sav D tier.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah, it sucks to put him down there, man, but that's the way she
Yeah,
rolls.
it feels wrong, but it's right.
It's early in the season. There's
Yeah.
time to climb out of D tier. This is
Last
not a
season,
permanent
ATL started 4-0, and then we crashed
And
out.
then look what
first round of
happened.
playoffs. And look what happened.
Yeah, it
This-
was. Yeah,
This could all flip
it
on a
became
dime.
a lot sadder.
It became
It
more
did
and more
become a lot
espresso,
sadder,
depresso.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did at least have
went
one
from-
beat.
they
we
went
put we
from-
put one beat down to help raise our spirits, only for us to crush our own spirits again afterwards.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. High Rollers is currently
And I'm a horrible
1-1.
IGL. That also was a factor.
Yeah, you
It
suck.
says they're 1-1, but they've played 3 games, haven't they? They played 2
Who?
games tonight.
Was one of
High
the
Rollers?
wait? Are this one of the tie teams?
No, the tie teams are OS and ABW.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I thought they played 3 games.
I guess not. I guess
Guess
they haven't
not.
played their reschedule yet. They haven't played their MD2 reschedule.
Really?
Yeah, so they're still 1-1. Hard to tell. Average
Group
rating of
tier.
0.89 though. Average ADR of 69.50.
Put them in the reschedule tier, bud.
I think this is just okay. It is still too early to make this definitive, but it's looking like from everything I've seen that this is just the Dirt McGurton Firehawk show.
So they're gonna
And I think
play
that-
Yeah.
their match day 2
that's the
game
only
right after
thing.
match day 7.
I think High Rollers is C.
Blind
I
has been
don't
playing
think
good too.
Blind's a good player.
Blind has been playing fairly well. Blind has been playing fair. But I think High Rollers C.
Who is the logo on the right? Is that Cal?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Right,
I
isn't
know. It
s-
looks
special?
disgusting.
We just talked
doesn't
about it for like 45 seconds.
I was
Oh, where the
making
hell were you?
dinner. I was making dinner.
I'm making dinner on the on
Speaking
Showtime.
of Cal,
Cow.
that's D tier. That's D tier. That is D tier. They
Why?
have not been performing. They have not been
Why?
performing to
Well, sure.
expectation. They haven't been performing. Period. They haven't.
Wait, they
won any
haven't been
games yet.
performing, and then they had a small uprising, like an uptick last season, and now they're back down.
Yeah, they're back down.
That's
It's,
brutal.
Average ratings of
unfortunate.
0.94.
I think HG is a B tier.
They're gonna need Noble and Siegel to come back in there and save them. That's what they need. Which means with
HG.
High Rollers is C. High Rollers is C. We agreed on this.
High Rollers. is
He's
pretty
like
good.
building the list himself. We agreed.
Yeah, I don't want. You've been saying.
And then High Roller or HG is
Let him cook. He's doing all right.
No, I'm fine with that one. I'm fine with HGB tier. That's a good team.
Let me take a look.
All right, so that's the end of power rankings.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, they can go with B. I just looked at some of some of the people they beat. Yeah, they can go.
Snip it and ship it.
Understand, ladies and gentlemen, this is temporary. Next week, this list
And it's
will
definitely
be
wrong.
flip-flopped. It's
Yeah.
definitely 1000%
Except
wrong.
except for ABI.
This is literally just
Except
what the
for
talking
Nan.
heads think. All right.
Yeah,
Fucking
we don't.
think for yourself and make your own goddamn power rankings. How about that?
I said
The
it in the
nice
beginning,
thing-
and I'll say it at the end. We don't know what we're talking about. We're just guessing.
The nice
Yes.
thing is no one will ever hold us accountable for these, and
Yes.
we'll say something different next week.
Yeah, if you want a higher
Yeah.
ranking, play better.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Get
However,
good.
speaking of playing better, I actually do have a new segment that I want to start doing, which is the top 5 players of every match day. For match day 3, the top 5 players in recruit tier. Currently, Scary at 5th overall with a 1.25 rating and an 85 consistency rating across 3 games. Wakeful 41 with a 1.26 rating and a consistency rating of 86 over 3 games. Adesa, who plays for Wet, is currently at 1.29 and has a consistency rating of 86 over 3 games. Joe for Dead Beats has a 1.32 rating with 88 consistency rating over 3 games. And Deluge for the Aviary currently has a rating of 1.54 and a consistency rating of 86 over 3 games.
He's
dropping
okay.
a 1.70 over tonight's game. So those are your top 5 players of match day number 3. Very well done, everybody. Very well done. But now we move on to our predictions for Thursday's games, just 2 days from now. So, all right, boys. Read them in
We
a
do
week.
predictions now.
We do predictions now.
Every other week, or every 2
Mhm.
weeks. It's never consistent.
Match day 4.
We made good
Abyss
time. We're
Walkers.
making good time.
Abyss Walkers versus High Rollers.
We
What you
are,
think?
actually.
ABW wins because they need it.
I think ABW is a
ABW
much more
wins.
complete team. I think ABW is a much more complete team. I think ABW will get their first win of the season.
I would
against High
understand if
Rollers.
they lost, but I want
Yes.
We have hope.
They only get this win if they control Dirt and Firehawk. If they do not find a way to control Dirt and Firehawk, if they do not find a way to stop them from making plays and getting momentum early,
Reach.
Yeah,
They
if
will
anyone on
lose,
ABW
but-
needs help anti-stratting, come DM me.
yes.
All right.
I'll DM you later.
UPS.
All right. So,
green.
Bun, let us know when you're ready for us to start on the next one.
Go ahead.
All right.
We're not putting
Greenhouse
anything up there.
versus UPS. UPS.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
UPS is a better team,
UPS.
and Wakeful looks unstoppable right now.
If Greenhouse still had Valid, I would say Greenhouse.
I would
think
think
it would be
Greenhouse would put up way more of a fight. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think Greenhouse is a bad team. They're going to place high. They're going to make playoffs and do well, make a run. UPS is
Mhm.
just that good.
UPS
I
is
don't
back, baby.
think- I don't think UPS deserves all the glaze that they have on their donut, but they're a solid team. Then they'll pull out the win this week.
I mean, their average rating is 1.03. They have an average ADR of 78. Like, ain't no small.
That's
numbers.
not good.
Yeah, UPS.
That's not very
That's what
good.
is. That's what
Wow.
I'm.
That's with Wakeful's
what I'm-
numbers.
Average
Wow.
ADR of 78 across 5 people is insane.
I don't know.
They
Jackie's fucking
do,
cracked.
but
It's
they
a-
also have
it's-
someone
it's
with
like-
an 072. They
It's
also
like
have an
3 ADR above
090.
average.
Like they're exploitable. They have some weaknesses.
ATL versus
I mean, every
HG.
team does, but I think I still think they win.
Yeah, they would.
No question. Yeah, they win.
Did you go next?
ATL HG. HG.
I think HG.
Hmm.
You know, I go ATL here.
Really?
Mhm.
Any particular reason?
Unapologetically.
HG.
I think that they turned it around.
Sure.
We'll see.
That they have the tools. I think they've just needed a few match days to figure out how to put them together. I think they start to do it.
We'll
I
see what happens.
rosters,
I
think
will hold
HG
my
pulls that off.
ATL. I will hold my ATL prediction until another week. I don't think it's this week.
Yeah,
just-
I'm
I don't-
I'm putting my money on HG just to be safe. AVI versus FRG AVI. I don't think that requires any further discussion.
Yeah. They're hot.
Yeah.
No, you're doing this again. You did it last season to ATL. Stop doing this to me.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, you guys are gonna stay undefeated the whole season.
Be nice.
They're gonna keep
That
scrimming
would
us.
be
We're gonna make each other
nice.
better.
They're gonna get
Possible.
4-0 again, and then they're gonna lose that game, and Scary's gonna go fucking insane.
Which is telling me that I'm the one to lose my mind.
Yeah.
All right. Party Animals versus All Good.
Is it
The
even?
battle of
he's-
the
Wait.
newbies.
Wait, this is a really good game. We pointed that out earlier. It should definitely be a stream game. It's yeah. I could go either way.
Party
for me.
Animals has not won a game this season.
But that's still a good team.
And AG
Like,
hasn't
it's-
lost a game
It's
this
just
season.
they've been trying stuff and so what if it hasn't worked?
There's a
Trust
first for
me.
everything,
You know,
and this
will
is
be a
it.
good game. It will be a good game, but All Good will win.
They have Saber and a tier max player and Barefooter with a P90. It's unstoppable. I go PA here.
Apparently not, because it's been stopped twice already.
He hasn't
so-
bought it. He hasn't bought it enough. He's not buying it enough.
Then that's
Are
his
you
fault.
watching
I
the
don't know what to
games?
tell you.
Just like
Scary,
me not buying the scout enough.
Like, All Good is gonna win this fucking Counter-Strike game. GG go next.
Yeah.
DRG versus Wet. I think DRG sneaks one out.
I don't know.
I think
I
I
think
think Wet
Wet
fumbled
takes
this
it.
game.
I think Wet
Wet
slips through the
absolutely
cracks.
fumbles this game. I have no
I've got Wet
evidence
here.
for my prediction. I have no evidence for saying DRG will win other than I literally just got a feeling. Like I got a feeling Wet's
got
gonna
a
fumble the fuck
feeling.
out of this game. DB versus OS.
DB.
That's gonna be tight.
Ooh, another good
That's
game.
That's gonna be a tight game.
That's gonna be a really good game.
Gil, don't let me down.
I'm excited for that one.
However,
one?
comma,
Oh, the
You,
OSTP.
you play OS.
Yeah,
I
know.
am
Looking forward to it.
picking. I'm picking Deadbeats, even
Yeah.
though they're still kind of question marky to me.
Dude,
I
we-
feel a lot better going with them than I do Order of the Samurai right now.
We'll fix that question mark for you.
This will be the time to do it. You beat these guys,
Yeah.
you will have me on your side.
Bro, ATL got slammed by
As long
DB
as we're firing on all
twice.
cylinders, dude, which I think like we've figured out how to play off each other. Already 2-1, but like today was like, a seamless day.
Yeah,
I feel
that's-
good about us moving forward.
Yeah, that sounds nice. You need to shut down Poop Banana.
We're
Yeah.
not playing Poop Banana.
He's on
Poop
OS,
Banana-
right?
No, he's
No.
on ACA.
Did I look at the
It's on ACA.
wrong game?
You did. I don't think
Sorry.
we play ACA during the regular season.
Ignore me.
That's okay. We'll cut this part in post.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, this
Yeah.
part's not making it into the video. Fucking idiots. All
Scary
right.
doesn't know what he's talking about for once.
Sav versus
once.
Cal. I have
So-
Cal.
I knew that would get you.
Sav versus Cal. I have Cal.
The Lions versus the
Yeah, I have
Cows.
Wait, well, now I have Sap
You do.
All right.
because
Explain.
I know nothing. I don't know.
I am
I don't- I know
tempted
nothing,
to
I don't
side
know.
with you just because that fucking logo is horrendously awful.
It's not the same cow. This is not the cow I know.
Stop
I
being
like Sap
logoless,
here.
bro.
No, I like Sap here too.
I will never stop being logo.
Sav.
You look good, you feel good, you play good.
Dude, it's
Deion Sanders said
MD4.
that, and I
Everyone's
think he
locked
knows
in.
a little bit more about playing good than you do, pal.
Dude, I've played with Trojan. I wanted to sign him. Like, dude, Cash Money is a vet. Like, these Butters. Like, that's a good team.
I still am going to go
Those
with
aren't
Cal.
bad.
This is the week they win.
We'll see.
I think it could go. I think maybe.
I know.
It could
I know it could go either
I have
way.
to go Cal.
Here's
I
a
know.
good
My
one.
pick. but I
ACA
think
versus Nan to end off match day 4.
ACA Nan.
I'm picking ACA.
Yeah,
Nan.
I pick an ACA.
I know you're in here, Colin, and I'm sorry, but Nan.
I'm gonna go ACA on this one.
That's
I mean,
right.
That one kind of
You gotta
figures.
believe.
You know
No,
what?
dude.
I'm
Poop
glad
Banana's
you
been
believe,
playing
Colin.
great. Colin's
I'm
been
glad you
playing
believe.
great. The rest of the
And
team
I
is
hope
solid.
I have to eat crow when you win, but you're not going to. So
I will see.
Like,
It'll,
damn,
it'll be
dude.
good,
Why
but
are you're like rough, bro? The hell?
I just like I feel like I don't know.
Calls it how he sees it, huh?
think
That's the
Nanner
way she be.
posers.
I
Nan's
don't
a fake
think-
undefeated team.
Oh, that's ABI.
In the end, but I think they would win Nets.
I
match day.
mean, yeah.
Nah.
I think it's gonna come
Doesn't
down to
You
the
know what
match.
I
appear
learned
to
from
have a
you know what I
weak
learned from
spot.
this? It's a toss. That's what I'm learning.
It really
It could
is.
be another tie.
It is a
Could be
toss
close.
up.
It could be another tie.
I think it's
You
gonna come down
know,
to the
if
map.
the
To be
servers
honest.
fuck up hard enough, maybe it will be a tie, and then we'll know even less next week. But
Yeah.
I still have Nan.
The thing with Nan is like they don't have like one like a star player. They're all just playing pretty consistent.
Yeah, like
Like-
Nan doesn't appear to have a weak spot. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
appear
But
to
they're
have
also
Like,
going up
anything
against
to
Yeah.
exploit.
a star. They're going up against Pupanana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Poop Banana might rip
Colin.
them apart. Who knows?
Nan has a bunch of people that can show up any given match day. Like Sable
That's true.
was last on the scoreboard tonight, but they can absolutely pop off and like go 2-0 KD.
But we have Poop Banana.
Yeah.
Yeah, like bottom of the scoreboard, like
He
12
does
and
have a
14
poop
though,
and
so,
a
like, yeah,
banana.
that's
I'm not even
That
really
is
like
crazy.
picking ACA over Nan. I'm picking Pupanana over Nan.
Yeah, that's my argument for
Yeah,
anything. It's
honestly.
just we have Poop Banana. So
That's a fair argument, but
Yeah.
I don't think it holds a candle to NA nades.
we need a Poop Banana candle now. Now you said that.
There's
Yes,
actually a
fuck.
Poopadiana
What would that
emoji
even
in
smell
the
like?
CSC Discord now.
Poop
Poop.
and
I love
bananas.
poop banana. The best part about poop banana is that you can ask for a poop banana and you will get a poop banana.
TWR branded poop
Hey,
banana
fun.
candle
We'll
coming
say-
soon.
And it's
Honestly,
gonna
we
be
do need to
funny,
make
and it always
t-shirts.
makes
We
me
need
smile.
we need to make t-shirts with poop banana on it. I feel like that'd be funny.
Oh,
I
Yes.
can get on it eventually.
But
I
that's
think we need a one-on-one.
that's
Poop
pretty
Banana
much it, man.
interview.
That's all we got. Any closing remarks from the fellas?
I want to die.
Fuck you, Scary.
Fuck
I
you,
can't
Scary.
sleep and for it not
Fuck
Poop
you,
Banana for
Scary.
president 2024.
Thanks for
Banana
having me on,
president
guys.
2024.
Scary, I wish I
love you,
knifed
Scary.
you tonight.
I wouldn't
Oh my
say it if I
goodness.
didn't love you, but
Dude,
fuck
there's
you.
there's
I love
so
you,
much
but, like,
there's so
fuck
much
you, you know what I
emotion
mean?
in all of those, but it's like
Yeah.
it's like also with love, and I can feel the love at the same
Yeah.
time.
I'm glad you can
glad,
feel
dude.
the love because I cannot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't fuck with people I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, dude. Every goddamn time.
Probably the
All
true
right,
shit.
ladies
Now,
and
Ladies
when
and
gentlemen,
Rye
thank
says it,
you
there's no love there.
so very much for coming out tonight. We appreciate you being with us here on this fine Tuesday night. We'll see you 2 days from now, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We will kick off match day number 4.
GG
Thank
go
you, ladies and
next.
gentlemen, so
It's
very much
gonna
for
be
stopping
hype.
by. Thank you, Scary. Thank you, Collin J 655 for showing up, being our guest tonight. Thank you, Rye, Bun, and Gil for putting
Alright,
this
let's
whole
ban
thing
him
together for
again.
us. It's been a really
Oh.
really fun night. Going to be a really great season. Look forward to working with everybody. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so very much for being here with us tonight. And
See you on
that'll be all.
Thursday.
Thanks,
See you on
production.
Thursday.
Thanks, Crash.
For
Thank you,
Thanks,
another
guys.
Crash. Thank
episode
you,
of the
Poop Banana.
bi-weekly recruit.
Thanks, Poop Banana.
Thank,
Yeah, thanks,
thank you, Poop
everybody.
Banana.
This is a song about corn nuts, an intensely crunchy snack. It's not about anything else.
Go to your room and lock the door, cause when you try it once, you wanna try it some more. Size doesn't matter, and that's a fact. It might be small, but it's a big impact. Bust a nut, bust a nut. Grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut. They're lightly toasted and hard as hell. Enjoy yourself, we won't tell. Everybody does it, they like it a lot. You can do it in school, just don't get caught. It takes a few minutes if you don't delay. Take your time, make it last all day. Bust a nut, bust a nut. Grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut. They're lightly toasted and hard as hell. Enjoy yourself, we won't tell.
Corn nuts, an intensely crunchy corn snack, comes in 7 nut